Okay, let's look at 47. So 47 is asking us essentially to expand the given log. This requires you to remember the 3 log rules. So if you multiply, remember if a log doesn't have a base, it means it's 10. It doesn't really matter for these rules what the base is as long as they're the same. So the first one is when you multiply the argument, and the argument is the inside portion of the log. You can rewrite that as the addition of all the logs. Second one is if you divide, you subtract. And the last one is if you multiply, the last one is if you raise it to a power, got ahead of myself here, you can put it in front or you multiply the log by the exponent value. So those are the 3 rules. If you don't know them, you have them now. Make sure they're active in your mind because you're going to need them for the final. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to erase all this because I am going to use these rules. Multiply is addition, division is subtraction, and exponents are you multiply by the log. Easy way to remember that, by the way, is just think it's always one less in the order of PEMDAS. So exponent was multiplication, division was subtraction, and multiplication was addition. Okay? So it's one less than that. There's one other way of doing it. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to rewrite this as r times a to the b raised to the 1/2 over c to the 5th. So if you don't know this already, anytime you take the square root of something, it's the same thing as being raised to the 1/2. Technically, there's a little 2 here, and that means your index is 2. So if I gave you something, for example, the cubed root of x, that means x to the 1/3. If it's something like that, then that is just x to the 1 over y. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. I'll go ahead and take this 1/2 and use the power rule, and so this is going to give me log base 3 r times a to the 1/2 b to the 1/2 over c to the 5th. Okay, so now I can really start to begin to implement my rules. So what are we doing? We're multiplying here, so we're going to be adding. What are we doing here? We're multiplying, so we're going to be adding. I wrote that too wide. The back one, we're dividing, so we're going to subtract. There should be a 3 there. Okay? So, what now? Well, we said if it's raised to a power, we can put that in front. If it's raised to a power, you can put that in front. If it's raised to a power, you can put that in front. So, the final answer here is going to be log base 3r plus 1/2. Doesn't want me to write the L. Log base 3a plus 1/2 log base 3. I wrote a, this should be a b. Minus 5 log base 3c. And that is it. So, not actually that bad. It's more scary than difficult. Hopefully that makes sense. You just got to know your rules. See you in the next video.